Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So in this video, I'm talking about 5 advantages attractive men have that unattractive men don't when it comes to getting women. All right? So, before I get into this, though, let's define what is an attractive man. Because I know as soon as I say that, guys are just thinking about looks. I already know this. I've been doing this for freaking 10 years. I hear all this shit all the time. Oh, it's all about looks. Okay? So what you have to understand is that even though your looks or the way that you look naturally, can make you attractive to certain women, right? There are other things that make you attractive to women. You understand? And other things that are actually in your control. You understand? Because based off of how you were born, how you look, there's not too much you can do about that. But when it comes to your sex appeal and when it comes to your behavior, those two things which also make you an attractive man, those are things you can control. So, when it comes to, your sex appeal, you understand? A lot of times it's, that energy that you put out and a lot of it is based off the behavior. So a lot of your behaviors can increase your sex appeal. You understand? But, some behaviors that make you attractive is a guy who's confident, a guy who's aggressive, a guy who is sexual, a guy who is decisive. So these are things that are in your control that actually make you more attractive to women, that make you an attractive guy. You understand? So it's a combination of all of these things. So it's not just about you having a handsome face, because you could look handsome and then you may not necessarily be attractive to a lot of women because you don't really have any sex appeal, or your behaviors are of a guy who's sort of like a beta male, a guy who's nervous all the time. You're not confident. You don't know what to say. You're sort of timid. So therefore you're not real, even though you are a handsome dude, you understand? You don't really exude any type of energy that makes a woman think you're attractive, right? So understand that when we talk about you being an attractive man, right, we're talking about a combination of your look, sex appeal, and behavior. All right. So I have this in no order of importance, but this is a list of, things that attractive men, have an advantage over, or I should say, these are the things that attractive men don't have to do, because since they're attractive and women actually want them, they don't got to do this shit. Now, a lot of low value, insecure, unattractive dudes probably will do some of these things to try to get girls. And sometimes it works because since they, are unattractive and they have that low value, they have to do some trickery or some goofy shit in order to get the girls to like them. Now, the interesting part about this is, a lot of guys, when they're considered unattractive and they are unattractive because they're displaying unattractive behaviors and all this other stuff, again, they can still flip that and change that around so that they can be more attractive. So I want you guys to think about this when I'm going through this list, all right? So these are 5 things that basically attractive men don't have to do, and this is what gives them the advantage because they are that attractive guy. They don't have to do this shit. So the first thing is attractive men, attractive high-value men, don't need to lie to women. Okay? They don't need to do that. Now, guys who are low value, guys who are, unattractive because they are those low value guys, that's the way they see themselves or whatever, they feel they need to lie in order to get the girl. And sometimes they do need to lie or have to end up lying because, because they are those low value dudes, women aren't going to be attracted to them. So they have to pretend that they're someone they're not. They have to put on a front like they're confident when they're really not. And so this is the type of stuff they do. But the guy who's attractive doesn't need to lie because he's already attractive. So women are going to be attracted to him anyway. So he doesn't necessarily need to put on a show or lie or pretend or act a certain way to get the girl to want to be with him. You understand? See, the reason why you need to lie is because you think who you really are isn't good enough for a girl to be attracted to you. You think that your real self and how you really are isn't attractive, right? It's kind of like this, let's say you have a club, right? And if you are 21 or over, you get into the club. You just go to the door, you give them your ID, and you roll up in that club, right? So that's the truth. Like, you're, let's say, 22 years old. That's the real truth, right? Now, let's say you are an 18-year-old or 19-year-old. So what do? You get a fake ID. So basically, you lie about your age, because the only way you're going to get into that club is you got to lie. You got to have some fake shit. That's the only way you're going to get that shit going. You understand? Because the real you isn't at the level to be able to be in that situation and make shit happen. So you got to lie. So I'm just illustrating this to show you that when you are that attractive guy, you're like the person who's already that age that can just walk in that club. You don't have to pretend. This is my ID. I'm going in. This is a real ID, and we making it happen. But if you are not at that point, at that level, you're going to have to lie in order to get in that club, which is the fake ID. You see what I'm saying? So you just got to understand that guys who are attractive don't need to lie. They just tell chicks what it is, and the chicks end up fucking with them because they're just attracted to that guy based off of who he is, because he's already exuding those attractive qualities. All right. So that's number one. Now, number two is, attractive dudes don't have to pay for sex. You understand? Attractive men do not have to pay for sex. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that an attractive guy won't pay for sex, because there are situations where a guy may end up paying for sex, let's say because he honestly doesn't have time to really engage with women. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let's say he's a guy who works 8 days a week and shit. He's working 25 hours a day type shit. You understand? And he really honestly doesn't have the time. So I could understand that he would do that, right? But in general, the thing is, an attractive dude doesn't have to pay for sex. Why? Because he can get sex easily. You understand? Like, I have friends, and I don't want to talk about myself because I don't want to sound like I'm bragging too much, but I'll talk about some of my friends that I know, who have gone through similar shit too. But, I have friends who they basically have sex with a different chick every day of the week. Or they've had times where they did that. I've had friends who, they had to sort of basically cut girls off because it was like, they just didn't have enough time to deal with all of them. So when you're that attractive dude, right, you don't have to pay for it because you can easily get it. You have access to the shit. You feel what I'm saying? You create a lifestyle where that is there for you. You understand? So, I guess I'm going to have to talk about myself anyway. But this is what made it possible for me to write a book like How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Because, when I started this, I was like, God damn, there's a lot of cats having trouble out here. Let me try to help them to get them to that point where, they can make shit happen. But because I was in those situations where I was having sex with 2 women in a day, a lot back then, especially when I was younger, right? Or just had the options to do that if I wanted to, because sometimes I could have did it, but I was like, I'm tired. I don't feel like fucking around today, whatever. I got other shit to do. But if you're the type of guy who's having consistent sex or has a lot of sex, you don't need to pay for it because you have it. You understand what I'm saying? You usually won't pay for it because it's readily available there. Or if it's not, you can go get it. And you get it because you're that attractive guy. So that's number 2. Now, number 3 is attractive men don't have to go on a whole bunch of dates in order to get women sexually attracted to them. Attractive men do not have to go on a whole bunch of dates to get sex or to get women to want to do them. Now, this is the thing. What happens is this, is that, you know, if you're the type of guy who feels he needs to go out on a whole bunch of dates or even go on dates, period, in order to get sex, then you're the type of guy who has that mindset of a guy who is an unattractive dude. Like you feel like you have to do extra things in order to get women sexually attracted to you. You know what, I've said this a lot of times, is that you don't need to actually go on dates ever if you're just trying to get casual sex. You don't need to do that. You can create a situation, or you could create, a lifestyle where you're not even doing that. Right? And when you're that type of attractive guy, women are going to want to have casual sex with you without you having to even go on a date. You understand? Because see, the dates don't make the girl necessarily want to fuck you. You understand what I'm saying? What happens is sometimes this is that you'll go on dates with girls, and either these girls already were sexually attracted to you, and then they end up just having sex with you whenever you have sex because she wanted to do it anyway, which means she would have done it without the date. Or what happens is a girl may be attracted to you somewhat, meaning, I always talk about the 3 types of chicks. You're going to have the chicks who are extremely attracted to you, the girls who are somewhat attracted to you, they're like in the middle, and the girls who are totally not attracted to you. So the girls who are somewhat in the middle, they'll go on those few dates with you, and as time goes on, they're like, yeah, he's cool, I like him, and then they'll end up having sex with you. You understand what I'm saying? But it's not necessarily the dates that's making it happen. It's more so they're just sort of like, warming up to you, because at first it was sort of like, yeah, he's okay, I'm not really too sure, but I'll see how it goes, whatever. And then they end up, liking you more as time goes on, right? But if you are that extreme attractive guy, that high value dude, right? You can meet a chick at a bar, some random chick at a bar, you just walked in, met some girl, you can end up having sex with her that night. Or if you don't have sex with her that night, you can exchange numbers and then just text her and hit her up and say, yo, when are you free? Let's get together and hook up and make some shit happen. You see what I'm saying? And then she will end up having sex with you. So you don't actually have to go on those dates. You see what I mean? See, me, I'll go on dates, or I'll go on like a first date or one date when I meet a chick online, because I want to, make sure she is who she says she is. She looks how she's, looks at the pictures, and I want to get a face-to-face interaction with her to feel her out in person. And then after that, it's just straight to fucking. You feel what I'm saying? Either on the second time I see her or on that night. You understand? But if guys are going on 4, 5, 6, 7 dates or whatever, if you feel you need to do that, or a girl is stringing you along for that, that's saying that she doesn't think you're that sexually attractive guy or that attractive dude. And also I want to say with this whole thing is, you have to understand that what makes you attractive to women at the end of the day is still subjective. So some women are still, as much as you think you're attractive and as much as you display attractive qualities, there's always going to be girls who are not attracted to you. It just is what it is. So I just want to put that out there. But number 3 is, you don't have to go on all these dates if you're that attractive dude. Now, number 4. The 4th thing that attractive men don't need to do, attractive high value dudes, is attractive high value dudes don't have to be mysterious. Okay? Attractive high value dudes do not have to be mysterious. Now, I know you hear a lot in the PUA community, or even some dating coaches, they'll say, oh, you got to be mysterious. You got to be mysterious. Now, understand, being mysterious is still a good thing. It's not, I'm not saying it's not. What I'm saying is that if you're that high value attractive guy, you don't need to be, because the thing with being mysterious is it creates that intrigue that gets a girl wondering about you, thinking about you, which creates more of her sort of being a little bit more attracted to you. So again, if you're that guy who, let's say she's somewhat into you, right? She thinks you're, attractive, but she's not all the way sold on you. Like, she's not like extremely feeling you, right? being mysterious can help you in a way where, because you are being mysterious and because there's certain things she don't know about you yet, it's intriguing her to get to know more, which sort of gets her to like you more because she's wondering, guessing, trying to figure things out, and because she has somewhat of that attraction to you, the mysterious shit can help you. But if you are that extremely attractive, high value guy to her, you don't have to be mysterious because she's already feeling you like that. She's already, just into you in that manner. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't necessarily need the mystery for her to have that attraction, because the attraction is already there because she sees you as that high value, attractive guy already. So, you could, talk to the girls, let her know what's popping with you, do this and that. The only thing though is that you don't want to at first, I would say, like, be all up in her face every day. So what I mean is you don't want to be like calling her up all the time, doing that type of shit. But you don't have to act like all super mysterious so that, she'll like you more or whatever. You understand? Because again, if you are that high value dude, that attractive dude, she's going to want to fuck with you. Like, even I'll use myself as an example, where even, let's say, for online dating, on my online dating profile, there ain't no mystery there. Like, all that shit is laid the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this is what the fuck I do. This is what I'm about. I'm in an open relationship. I do this, I do that. Boom. You understand? And the chicks still fuck with it. So the thing is that when a girl sees you as that high value, attractive guy, you don't have to be mysterious. Again, the mystery can help you in certain situations, especially if the girl is like in the middle, sort of so-so when it comes to dealing with you. But again, you don't have to be mysterious if you are that attractive dude to her, right? Now, the fifth thing and the final thing is if you're that attractive dude, you don't have to be indirect. Okay? You don't have to be indirect. So what I mean is that if you are talking to a girl, and let's say you want to have some casual sex with her, you flirting with this girl at the bar, you don't need to say to her, hey, so, let me get your number and let's like hang out sometime and blah, 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 blah. Because if you want the casual sex and you're flirting with her there and building a sexual tension, and you tell her, yo, listen, you looking real good. I'm trying to, get your pants off tonight. If she's attracted to you like that, right, she'll respond and make it happen. So you can be direct. You understand? Now, this is not to say that if you are, indirect or feel like if you're doing some sort of indirect approach or technique or whatever it is, that is not going to work and that you're not going to make anything happen, or that means that you're not an attractive dude or whatever. You understand? But what I'm saying is that if you are that high value attractive guy, you don't necessarily need to do anything indirect, because since you are that dude, her response to you being direct about what you want and what you're about is going to be positive, and it's going to be something she's going to want to do because she sees you as that guy. You see what I'm saying? So, I just wanted to put this out there because I feel like you have a lot of guys out there who they do a lot of things, and what they don't realize is that on a subconscious level, the things that they do are displaying characteristics of a guy who is insecure, a guy who's not sure of himself, a guy who is not confident. And those are the things that actually make you unattractive. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of your behaviors, and your mindset that makes you that unattractive guy. So on the flip side, if you change your mindset, if you are displaying characteristics and behaviors of an attractive guy, you will be that attractive guy to a lot of women. And then what's going to happen is that you ain't got to, do goofy shit like lie to chicks to make shit happen. You ain't got to be out here trying to pay for pussy all day. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't got to be out here trying to pretend to be mysterious or go on like 10 dates with a chick and do all this other goofy shit. You feel what I'm saying? Once you become that attractive dude, there's a lot more things that open up for you in a certain way where it flows a little bit easier and better for you. You feel what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. Listen, guys, let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Click the link below to get the ebook 60-Second Game. In this book, you learn how your confidence, verbal communication skills, appearance, response to rejection, and honesty can affect your game. Click the link below to get your copy today. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. What's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.